One of the biggest mysteries of Yellowjackets is who is Antler Queen and who is Pit Girl. Fans have been wondering since the very first episode. There are many theories out there, but after episode 6 of season 3, I have some new thoughts and theories on this, so let's get into it. I'm Pamela, welcome back to the channel. So when it comes to Antler Queen, it really could be any of the girls. A popular fan theory for years is that it's Lottie. I think that could make a lot of sense, but I don't think it's her. There are several different moments throughout the seasons where she's either like standing in front of antlers or even wearing the antlers, which we do see in season 1 during Doomcoming. But in season 2, Lottie seemed scared of the Antler Queen. She was having visions of the Antler Queen and she seems like she's afraid. Some people think the Antler Queen is Natalie, because as we see in season 3, Natalie has become the new leader of the group. And we even see her wearing the antlers during Ben's trial, where Natalie is serving as the judge. But we also see her take them off and slowly shed her costume as the trial goes on. And as we now know after episode 6, Shauna is the new leader of the group. So I do actually think that Shauna is going to be revealed as the Antler Queen. Let's get into some of the clues and reasons why I think this is the case. As I said earlier, in season 2, Lottie seems to be scared of the Antler Queen. She keeps having these visions of her, and she seems scared every single time. And in episode 2 of season 3, Lottie says to Callie, "We're all afraid of your mom." Also in that same episode, Melissa in the wilderness says to Shauna, "Everyone's afraid of you." So I think it's very important that Lottie is scared of these visions of the Antler Queen, and then she says that everyone's afraid of Shauna. So in season 3, we see that Shauna is angry. She's not happy with the new leadership of Natalie. During Ben's trial, Shauna forces everyone to vote the way she wants. And now Lottie has declared Shauna the new leader. So I think it makes a lot of sense for Shauna to be the Antler Queen. Another character that fans have wondered about is who is the Butcher? Who is the one who slits the throat of Pit Girl when she's strung up? For years, people have assumed that the Butcher would be Shauna because we know that she has that role in the past. She's in charge of butchering the animals and even Javi. But in season 3, we come to find out that Natalie and Shauna have switched roles. Shauna forces Natalie to prepare Coach Ben's body, almost as a punishment for killing him. And now that Shauna is the leader, I think Natalie is going to permanently take over that role as the Butcher. Now in episode 6, this is the first time since episode 1 of the series where we see some of the characters in these masks. And since it's also getting colder out, we are getting closer to finding out who is who beneath these masks. So this scene here is in episode 6 of season 3. This is when they are force feeding Coach. We know that this one is Van. This is the shirt that she was wearing earlier in the episode, and obviously we see her unmasked. This is also the mask of the girl who finds Pit Girl. Whoever finds Pit Girl in the pit and is standing over the pit, fans have also wondered who this is, and I think we finally have confirmation that this is Van. But now we also have Shauna wearing this bunny mask, so that might lead you to believe that this person all the way on the end here is Shauna, which would mean that there's no way she could be the Antler Queen. But something that I think is interesting is Shauna chose a bunny mask because of Jackie. Jackie loved bunnies. And also in episode 6, Van says, "Do you think Shauna makes Melissa wear Jackie's clothes when they make out?" So I think the bunny mask during Antler Queen scene is Melissa. She took Shauna's bunny mask, which is kind of an homage to Jackie. And Van's line about Melissa having to dress as Jackie is a subtle little hint for that. So I do think this person all the way to the right of the Antler Queen is Melissa, which I think she's the 8th survivor. I did a separate theory video on this. If you haven't seen that one, definitely check it out. But also during the force feeding of Ben, Shauna is wearing this pink jacket, which is what the Butcher is wearing when they slice the throat of Pit Girl, which might lead you to believe Shauna is the Butcher. But as I said earlier, I think Natalie and Shauna have switched roles. Natalie has taken over as the Butcher. So in episode 6, for Shauna to be wearing the pink jacket, but then her and Natalie switch roles, I think that was a way of confirming that Natalie is the Butcher in this Pit Girl scene. And also in the very first episode, right after they show the Butcher slit Pit Girl's throat, then they show a present day Natalie. So I think this is kind of foreshadowing or just hinting at Natalie being the butcher. And I do think the fact that Shauna and Natalie have switched roles as the butcher, I do think it's kind of a callback to the finale episode of season 1. Natalie helps Shauna cut up Adam's body. Misty tells Shauna to cut up Adam's body, and Natalie offers to help her. And at the time, we didn't realize why exactly, but it's because they both have experience as the butcher. Natalie even says to Shauna, "Do you still remember how to do that?" And Shauna says it's like riding a really gross, fucked up bike. Now, finally, who is Pit Girl? We obviously don't see her face, but we do know a few physical characteristics of her. She has a lighter skin tone. She has long brunette hair. So that has ruled out a few of the characters. It can't be Melissa. It can't be Akilah. That leaves Mari and Jen. And this other girl whose name I don't even know. And I think fans' #1 choice is Mari, but I do think Pit Girl is more on the paler side, and I feel like Mari's skin is kind of tan, but also in episode 1 of season 3. The season opens up with a scene that sort of parallels Pit Girl's scene. In this scene, the girls are playing a game, but Mari is being chased in a way that really looks like the Pit Girl scene. However, something that I think is important is Mari says, "I was just decoy," which I think is a hint that it's not really Mari who is Pit Girl. We all might think she is, but she's just decoy. Something else that is important to note, Mari falls into the pit which Coach Ben discovered. This is clearly the same pit from Pit Girl's scene, and the fact that Mari falls into it, that's another reason fans think that Mari is Pit Girl, but I feel like if she fell in there once, she would know where it's located and not allow it to happen again. I suppose it's possible with all the snow covering everything and the stress of being hunted, it would be possible to forget exactly where it's located in that moment. But like I said, the line of her saying she's just decoy, I think is very important. So my new suspect for Pit Girl is the woman who we see show up at the end of episode 6 of season 3. That was a wild ending. This man and woman who are outsiders stumble upon the girls. We know that these two are not making it out alive. We know from the promo for episode 7, Shauna wants to kill them. She doesn't want any witnesses, and I'm sure most of the other girls would also agree. Plus, we know that these two people are not going to be the girls' way of getting home because we still have a few months left in the wilderness. It's only October at this point, and we know that they get rescued in the dead of winter, where there's a lot of snow on the ground. So we have at least 2 more months, maybe 3. We also see in the promo for next week that Lottie's face is covered in blood, and she's also eating something. So I'm thinking, they're going to kill the man pretty much right away and hold the woman prisoner for the next few months. We know that they are more than capable of holding someone captive since they did it with Coach Ben. Also, in the promo for next week, we get this clear shot of the woman, and I'm thinking her hair looks very much like Pit Girl's hair, like it's done intentionally, and it looks like a wig to me. So I looked up the actress, her name is Ashley Sutton, to see what her hair actually looks like, and her hair is short and polished looking. So I think she looks this way in the show because it's gonna be revealed that she is Pit Girl. I think we had it wrong this whole time. It's not one of the girls, but this random woman who stumbled upon their campsite. We also are clearly going to have a few more deaths this season when it comes to the girls in the wilderness. Like, if Melissa is the 8th person like I think she is, then that means Jen has to die, Mari has to die, Akilah, and these 2 other random girls whose names I don't even know. So that means 5 girls are going to die before the Pit Girl scene even happens. If this random woman is Pit Girl. If Pit Girl is actually one of the girls, then we're gonna have 4 deaths before Pit Girl scene. I also do think that Van is the one who strings up Pit Girl and hangs her from the tree. I was thinking maybe it was Travis because it might take some strength to lift the body. Not to say that any of the girls aren't capable, but I do think this looks like Van. It kind of looks like the mask that she's wearing. So the same person who finds Pit Girl is the one who strings up Pit Girl, and I do think that's Van. It's kind of hard to tell in this shot of the actual scene, but when I was looking up some images on Google, I came across this one, and this is clearly Van's mask. So yeah, those are my thoughts and theories of who's Antler Queen, who's Pit Girl, who's the Butcher, who stumbles upon Pit Girl. I think Shauna's Antler Queen, Natalie's the Butcher, I think this random woman is Pit Girl, and I think Van is also the one who stumbles upon Pit Girl and strings her up to the tree. But please let me know your thoughts. Leave a comment down below. Do you have any other theories? Do you agree or disagree with my theories? That is it for today. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future Yellowjackets theories. We also do a weekly episode breakdown and discussion. Please also go follow me over on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram, and I will see you guys next time.